Hello, and welcome back to another video. My name is Dawn, and I use she, her pronouns. And our art piece for today is day 12 of Oc-tober, playing an instrument, which I decided to do with my OC, Shard. I decided he'd be the best fit for it since he is a musician in his lore, a popular musician and guitar player. And we used this as reference from Melon Soup on Pinterest and Tumblr and various other platforms. Really, I don't feel like listing them all out, especially seeing as I don't even know all the various platforms they're on. Anyways, as I mentioned previously, Shard Crystal Glow here is a musician, a famous one in his home dimension, which is currently unnamed. Anyways, Shard is also often seen quite commonly in various romantic relationships with various people, often changing pretty quickly in public eye. But what people don't realize about it, most people don't realize about his partners, is he has more than one. He often switches when he gets bored of one and heads to another. You'd probably call it his famous person perks. Here's me attempting to add the strings to the guitar and struggling quite a bit. But hey, I eventually get it. Now we will move on to coloring liner. Not coloring liner, but coloring in the character. Trying not to just be a perfectionist about my takes for recording the voiceover and just do it more in one shot instead of just having a total of 70 to 100 takes per video before I finally settle on what I wanted for the voice bits. Well, here's me trying to get the highlights in his hair to look how I want him to look. Originally, before I pulled Alia into Super Secrets, he was going to be her father-in-law, who has never really been a part of her life. Now she'll have a different family-in-law. The story he's a part of has changed so much throughout me working at it. His character in a whole, too. I mean, he was originally just gonna be a chill dude who liked to annoy his sister by swearing, and just a regular musician. Now he's cheating, full of himself brat, who is still a famous musician and all, but not as sweet as he used to be. And he's no longer as close to his sister Amethyst as he used to be either. Now they're more of estranged siblings. I think I'm using that term, right? Maybe. I don't know. His current name has also been the original placeholder name I'd given him. Well, working out a different story I pulled him out of. Wasn't really doing much with old fanfiction story exact. Which I'd ended up dropping that one for a while, seeing as I didn't really like working with too many canon characters in a story and having trouble just fitting them into the box. They're working with their actual personalities. and stuff. And by dropped for a while, I mean discontinued. Me and my not phrasing things right. I am working on fanfiction type stuff again recently. Especially with my Lion King on. Which is like a rewrite of the Mufasa movie, which I'll talk about later in the Oc-tober stuff. It's like day 24 was a day I ended up drawing some of the characters for that before. Which I ended up really enjoying doing Oc-tober this year. Stormuff tends to make some pretty cool Oc-tober lists, prompt lists to follow. I ended up following him for like the last 2 years now. Well, mostly followed, that is. There are some prompts I either did not know what to draw for, or just did not really know what it was fully. Oh wow, we've already made it to the end of the speed paint, and that will be the end of the video. Till next time, bye bye.